In an age of heroes and legends, one name stood above all others: David, the shepherd boy who became king. Yet, even the greatest heroes faced the relentless march of time, and in the twilight of his reign, a shadow from the past rose to challenge his legacy. The ancient battlefield of Gob was shrouded in a thick, pre-dawn fog. As the first light struggled to pierce the gloom, a colossal shadow moved in the distance, a form so immense it seemed to defy nature itself. This was Ishbi-Benob, a descendant of the giants of Gath, his presence a chilling omen. The camera slowly pushes through the mist, the mysterious figure growing larger before cutting to a lone warrior standing firm against the encroaching darkness. King David, his face a roadmap of countless battles, stood weary but resolute. The weight of his years was visible in every line on his brow, his breath heavy in the cold air. Though his body ached with the fatigue of a long life at war, his eyes burned with the same fire that had once felled Goliath. With a determined breath, he began to march forward, his loyal Israelite soldiers following, their expressions a mixture of admiration and deep concern for their aging king. He was a creature of pure malice, driven by a deep-seated hatred for the man who had slain his giant kin. Towering over his Philistine brethren, he gripped a spear of bronze so massive it seemed forged for a god of war. With a guttural roar that echoed across the field, his eyes glowing with a vengeful fire, he began his descent, his singular purpose to extinguish the light of Israel. The clash was inevitable. On the chaotic battlefield, David and Ishbi-Benob met in a maelstrom of steel. He parried and blocked, but the giant's ferocious attacks drove him back, the sheer force of each blow jarring him to the bone. With a final, crushing strike, David was forced to one knee, his strength failing. As Ishbi-Benob raised his spear for the killing blow, time seemed to freeze, the massive bronze tipped mere inches from the king's chest. But from the chaos, a hero emerged. Abishai, one of David's mighty men, saw his king's plight. With a cry of defiance, he drew his sword and leaped into the fray, his loyalty a shield against the encroaching darkness. His blade struck true, a powerful blow from the side that sent the giant crashing to the ground. As Ishbi-Benob fell, the sun broke through the clouds, its rays illuminating his broken spear, a symbol of darkness defeated. Supported by his loyal soldiers, David rose, humbled yet alive. He was no longer the lone champion, but a king preserved by the unwavering devotion of his men. As the sun cast its golden light over the now peaceful battlefield, David stood surrounded by his warriors, his gaze fixed on the horizon. His reign was secured, not by his own strength, but by the bonds of brotherhood, ensuring that the light of hope for Israel would continue to shine.